welcome to my vlog. Welcome even to the last day of the year, 2020. Yeah, 2020 is over. I'll let you know tomorrow if 2021 is any better. Yeah, I've been stitching most of today. This is what I've done. If you can see that, this is the peppermint purple outline for the squares. I am so excited to be doing the square pattern. Yeah. Anyway, I've been doing some stats stuff, but maybe before I do that, I'll do the wool bit. And I'm very conscious my gimbal is about to cork it. It says it's only got 20% battery left, so hopefully it will last for the duration. So this is the Death Day Party, number 6. Oh, this is the ghosts, right. The Death Day Party is a celebration thrown by ghosts to commemorate the anniversary of their death. It entails a candlelit dinner of rancid, mouldy food, which a ghost can almost taste. The trio attended Sir Nicholas's Death Day Party, which they did. So, it's a pretty black and white kind of colorway. Interesting. So we had the colors yesterday and a couple of other colors. So now we're back into the black and white bit. Cool. Alright. 2020, the year that was. Let me throw this quickly into my Ziploc bag so I don't lose bits. And I will kind of give you a rundown. So, one of the things that was always quite fun to hear when I went to conferences was, you know, the amount of toilet paper, how many miles of toilet paper and all that kind of crap. Okay, I haven't quite gone into that much detail. I certainly haven't counted how many toilet roll we have used since 2020 started, but I do have some stats. So, in 2020, wine, cheers, I have uploaded 295 videos. 295 videos out of 365 days. Or was it a leap year? 366 days. That's pretty good. In January, I met with a fellow creator, Terry, who is Koala Crafts, I think is her channel name. She was down on a cruise and we met up in the park, and it was so cool meeting a fellow creator. I also had my only DAC sneak peek. That was so much fun to be able to present for the first time a sneak peek. It was really, really cool. And look, I have actually said to them, you know, it's kind of like, I'll pay. I just want it here before anyone else. I'm not fussy, but yeah. Anyway, in February, I started a crochet along, my second crochet project, my first ever corner to corner project. It was started with the crafty heifer, Marissa. She taught me how to crochet corner to corner. I'd never done it before. The only previous crocheting I'd ever done before was an amigurumi apple, which was a tiny little apple that I struggled with as well. And the attitude of somebody was, you know, oh, it's easy. And it was like, yeah, and I think I frogged my first corner 10 times before it actually started to sink in. And it did, you know, turn out to be easy. But by golly, getting the hang of it and getting where it turned, and wow. I absolutely loved that project though, and I think I was only halfway through that project and I bought 2 more projects to be able to do corner to corner in. To the point where I was actually thinking of doing crocheting today because I was freezing cold, but I put the electric blanket on instead. In March, I started to do the Worthy Start to the Week series, the Who You Say I Am series, with the Mandy Manzano painting Who You Say I Am, which was based on the Hillsong song Who You Say I Am, and I read from Letters to a Lady, which was based on Proverbs 31 by Philip Baker, a good friend and pastor of mine when I lived over in WA. And so I was reading a chapter, time-lapsing the series and playing Who You Say I Am at the end, because Hillsong allowed me to be able to use their song. And yeah, really, really appreciated that. And it was only a short thing. It was only like 10 minutes, 15 minutes each Monday evening, Sunday evening, Monday morning, at the beginning of the week. And it went for 22 chapters and then a wrap-up. And yeah, it seemed to be really well received. Beautiful painting. It was so much pleasure to work on. The DAC, Who You Say I Am, which was the one with the Jesus God holding the girl in the palm of his hand, and she had a crown on her head, and I put sparklers on her and everything else. So yeah, really special. In March, I started doing my very first floss tube. Now, my floss tubes that I've done are floss tubes the first Saturday of every month. The video goes out. But I will do other flossy related kind of things, kind of stitching related things, maybe on the weekends as well. So floss tube is the first Saturday of the month, but then there may be other floss related or yarn related or flip throughs or something that might happen on the weekends as well. And there was a mini DP-a-thon in March where we had, I think, like 12 hours, 24 hours of creators doing a mini DP-a-thon, because COVID hit. Shit hit the fan. People were getting so down, and Marissa just said, let's just come together and do this. So it was very much a ad hoc kind of DP-a-thon. In April, I went to Sydney. Was it Sydney this year? Maybe not. No, it wasn't Sydney this year. It was Sydney last year. I was looking through photos as well. Astrophy died, my cat, who I'd had for 19, 20 years. She had to get put down. She was very, very sick in the end, and COVID emptied the cities. From my point of view, I was walking around the city and taking pictures of the shops are closed signs. The streets were empty. It was so eerie as we went into immediate lockdown, and we've been lucky enough to only have the outbreak up in the northwest of Tasmania, and we've been COVID free since then. But yeah, it was an eerie feeling working in the city. Nobody else, no cars, no people walking, and it was so dissettling in your spirit, and people weren't talking to other people, and they weren't hugging other people, and there was no physical contact, and the social distancing started, and it was all very foreign, and you missed the touches and you missed the contact, and it was so strange. But we haven't had to have masks here yet. Masks they're talking about making them compulsory now up in the mainland, but we haven't had to do that in Australia yet. That's about as much as I'm going to give to that topic. Homeschooling started around about that time, and Emma from TicWatch did this TicWatch Alone challenges. Again, she's in the States, and she was thrown into a tailspin, and she pulled us together as crafters, and we stitched House. He's a doctor. And we had challenges, we had drops. It was over a 6 or 7 week period, and we came together, we did challenges, and we celebrated life and learned how to Zoom chat. Yeah, it was life-changing, and a big step, I think, for a lot of people as well. But we still connected. That was most important. We still connected, even if it was remotely. I started home dyeing. I think I did some dyed Ada with some coffee and tea, and I did some with some Rit dyes. I ended up doing a custom piece for my Ireland peppermint purple map blackwork. Started doing that, haven't finished it. I was using silk, that was a bit weird. It's lovely to use, but it would split and stuff, so I need to get the conditioner out with that. So that, yeah, that's what I was doing with the home dyeing. Then in June we did the DP-a-thon, which was the fundraising DP-a-thon, and this year I think I was supporting Australia Zoo, and we did lots and lots of facts about animals there. I had been doing, along with the Monday series, I'd also been doing a Friday series, Frivolous Facts and Frivolous Fridays. And with that, with the Frivolous Fridays, these are all in playlists. Go check out the playlists on my channel if you're interested in them. With the Frivolous Fridays, they started to get facts about the Aussie animals, and it was like, you know what, I'm actually going to support Australia Zoo. And I think people donated to Australia Zoo, as well as the, you know, the however many creators we had at that time as well doing the DP-a-thon. So it was a lot of support, a lot of giving. Marissa, her main thing is the St. Jude Foundation. Yeah, so there's that. Then in July, I got stuck on Hogwarts, on the Letters to Hogwarts. I'd started doing it, I think, back in March, but I really nailed the castle, worked really hard. I've absolutely loved the castle and the clouds on top of it with the moon and the train. Absolutely adored the Letters from Hogwarts and the progress that I had done. I was so proud of myself then. And in July, we sold our Jeep and we bought a brand new car, which was a big step for me. It was an expensive purchase. Ooh, Marcus has made bread for soup tonight. Looks delicious. Cool. Lovely. So yeah, we sold the car. That was a big thing. We sold it to a girl who lives over on the west coast of Tasmania. She has 2 girls, got chatting on the phone. We needed to wait for our car to be in before we could give her the Norbert, and we just got chatting. Marcus was chatting in the car with her for I think about 2 or 3 hours while I was getting colder and colder on the park, because he was showing her bits about the car and then they were just chatting. And I was like, yeah. And then she drove home and seems to be settling in, but we never actually found, apparently in Jeeps there are Easter eggs in the Jeeps, and I never found if Norbert had an Easter egg on him, and I did ask her to let me know if he did. In August, Who You Say I Am series finished, 22 weeks later, and then my back started to get worse. I had gone from having over tight shoulders at the end of last year to now it's moved down, and I've ended up with the bulging disc in the lower back. So that was August. That started giving me trouble, and it just got progressively worse from there. I also got a mystery DP. Julie Murray was my DP mystery partner from Evermoment. Sorry, we did it through Rebecca's group, so Crafting Journey, and we got an Evermoment kit that was a mystery. I got her one with a girl that was licking a toad instead of the ice cream, and she got me a hummingbird and a beautiful sunset scene. I've got 2 sections left of that to do, but absolutely loved being a part of that mystery DP-a-thon, or DP kind of series. There will be another one coming up in January. Crafting Journey is the group that you need to join, and you can get involved in that with the names being drawn fairly soon, I think, for the next one. September, Dark Queen of the Sea started. I can't remember who put who onto what and where I heard it from. I'd probably have to look back at my original floss tubes, and that's probably not going to happen. So I heard about it. Maybe I had watched Aaron and Cassandra. There was a couple of rumors maybe on the Enablers, something like that on Facebook, and it was like, oh crap, this sounds awesome. And then I put out the posts that literally tagged, I think, 6 or 7 people, And those 6 or 7 people actually tagged other people as well. So they brought a whole bunch of previous DP people into the cross stitch world, and the Dark Queen family kind of has grown, and it's so cool having friends that we know and love to come along with the ride. So we've got Rachel, Thrace, Jessie, I think Heike is doing it, Cal's doing it, and I think there's a couple more, so please, I apologise if I've missed your name, but yeah, love that I've been able to encourage people to come along board and join in, because it's so much fun. And Aaron and Cassie are awesome people. October, our walk started to begin because I was off work, I think, from about September time. Marcus was trying to do them to promote good mental health, give me something to focus on other than pain. I had also received the Paisley Pearl wool thing, the mystery mixtape, that was it. That was a 5 week drop each week to make a cowl. I still need to finish it. I need to actually finish it. And I have been knitting that in the car and loving being able to knit it in the car. Love having the knitting project. So my Forbidden Fiber will become a car project as well. When we get back into doing road trips, which will be in the next maybe 2 weeks time, when I can get back into that. We just need to break up the drive a little bit. So yeah, enjoying the walks, and people have been saying that they love seeing the pictures and love kind of coming along on our walks with us. You know, we've got the gimbal that's going to make it more fun from a aesthetic point of view, walking along the track with us, easing some of the judder, jitter, shudder stuff from the shake happening. In October, I applied to become a VIP with the Black Needle Society, and I was successful. I keep mixing up if I'm a VIP or a rep. I think Rachel's the rep. She'll get all of the boxes, so is Michelle, Bendy, Stitchy, and a couple of other people. And then there's a few of us that are the VIPs. And we get a box every 6 months or a year sort of thing, kind of spread between us, but they needed a reliable mail system, and at the time COVID was just not giving that reliable mail system, so stand by for that one. I get my box in July for that one, but I'm also going to get the subscription boxes sent to me in the interim period. Yeah, November my back was just worse and worse, to the point where I got taken out from my usual physio to the back spine service attached to the private hospital, and from there we catapulted to 4 weeks ago when he said we can do surgery in 2 weeks time, and it was just like, yes, what? Yeah, okay. And that's now 2 weeks ago. I'm getting better. I am reacting now to the pain medication, and I'm feeling really, really horrible on the pain medication. So I'm now kind of, okay, well, can I start easing back off that pain medication and putting up with the limit that I can do, and see where I go from there. But yeah, the side effects are not nice, because that was what was sending me to the chemist yesterday and ringing the ER and all that kind of thing yesterday, because I'm kind of thinking, what in the hell? Like, seriously, dudes? Yeah, side effects were nasty, just making me feel awful. So I'm physiologically reacting to it now, so I think I need to get off. December had our Christmas premieres, and I don't know if you've had a chance to watch them all, some or any of them. If you haven't, please go and check out my playlists on my channel. Get on board, watch them here, there and everywhere, jump around, put them on 1.5 speed. You're probably not going to miss too much. If it's a really fast talker, you might need to slow it down a bit, but 1.5 speed and you get through them a little bit quicker. They were a lot of fun. I still have some ones to catch up on. I think I seem to be kind of dedicating more movie time at the moment to YouTube time lately. Just, I don't know, feeding the soul kind of thing. And then of course I had surgery just before Christmas, like the week before Christmas. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Now, statistics. I have had 47,000 views. Yeah, 47,000 views on my channel in the last year alone. I have had 6.9 thousand watch hours. My most watched videos, my most watched playlists are whipping chats. So for all the people out there, now I can't compare whipping chats with lives because I don't do lives, but for all the people out there who knock the whipping chats and kind of go, oh no, but I should go live, and you know, your watch time is in your whipping chats, your watch time is in your content. And I've had over 1,000 subscribers. I actually gained 600 subscribers, over 600 subscribers in the last 12 months. And that is also down to consistently putting content on my channel. Going through my diary, I have my Kiki K. I'm not sure if this is an international thing. It's a Swedish diary company. And pretty much all I do is use the monthly page, right? Those kind of month at a view kind of thing. I haven't really gone into the week at a view, but I could have done. And as I went through the year, my content was getting more and more solid. So I had, 4 days a week and a couple of weekends. And then in April, it just went to 5 and 6 days a week. Sundays, I didn't do any uploading. May looks like, 5-6 days a week. June, 5-6 days a week regularly, 5-6 days a week in July. This is the content that gets you your people. Now, some people might say, and if you are interested in the stats and that kind of thing, they will say that Peter McKinnon only uploads once a week and he's got millions of followers. He didn't get the millions of followers for uploading once a week. He got the millions of followers for the regular content back in the early days. It's the same as Mrs. Coffee. It's the same as Stitcherista. It's the same as Rachel. They're up to nearly 30k because they are putting in the content. And that's what I want to do. I want to put the content in. I've got the time available to me at the moment as well. And, when life gets crazy again and I'm back at work, things will take a bit of a shift. And, we'll see where we go from there. But hopefully there'll be enough avenues, slow building of things to, put me in good stead for the future. So yeah, it's been so exciting getting up to 1,000 subscribers. And since the 1,000 subscribers, I don't know, a month ago, I think the recommendations when you get up to that kind of level seem to go further afield. So your channel gets more hits and you get more subscribers. But I've still got an awful lot of people who watch my channel who aren't subscribers. So if you're not, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I don't tend to dabble in those analytics too much. This is the first time I've actually gone into them for ages and ages and actually gone through a lot of them. And in some cases, yeah, maybe they seem a bit boring. There's, you can get into the whole money talk, and I think it's a CPM or an RPM or something that they have, your rate per minute kind of view and that kind of thing. Yeah, that's, by the by. This is, look, I guess it's something that, yes, I love doing. Yes, I want to keep doing it. And yes, I want to get better at doing it, but I don't know where it's going to lead me at this stage. I certainly know that it's opened up doors that I never would have had opened up before. And I'm certainly loving the path that I'm currently on. So, you'll see more of me. But, that was 2020. I hope I can keep doing it for the next year and future from there. Hope I can keep showing you my craft, what I love doing, what I love buying, to play with myself. I noticed at the beginning of the year I was getting colouring things, and I knew when I was going into the colouring things that it was like, I feel really scared to go into the colouring because I really feel like I'm not able to get out of my head onto the paper what I want. Now I have actually done some, and it's been really fun, and it's been good, and I've liked the final result, but I think I prefer some of the other kind of topics. So, and again, not being able to buy some of the more expensive things, like I can't get a Hoo watercolors, the alcohol markers, I can't get the Arteza without costing a fortune. Other materials we just can't get in Australia without costing a small fortune. You know, chatting with other creators or even other hobbyists, and they're kind of saying it's so expensive to get the expensive markers here, like Copics and things like that. So it's just not something that I've got into because I don't know that I'm going to commit to that kind of thing. Whereas the Diamond Art Club, yes, I'll commit. The cross stitch, yes, I'll commit. And now I've found a couple of different styles that I really, really like. I like the arty kind of stuff, not necessarily the I don't like the samplers so much. Don't like the old-fashioned kind of things, but I love how some of the modern Heaven and Earth design, for instance, how amazing that they are. I'm going to have to do a Heaven and Earth design at some point in my life, just to say I've got one done. I actually got one as a diamond painting to remind me of Sophia's A Little Tacker. I could convert that and put it back into cross stitch, but I want to find that special cross stitch piece, you know, to do. So for now I just haven't been looking because it's like rabbit warren. I'll get lost in the burrows. Yeah, I'll never get out. There's so many pages on Heaven and Earth design. It's like, oh, it's just, yeah, amazing. So for now I've got stitch alongs ahead of me. I've got the Harry Potter that I want to keep going with. I have the Not a Mermaid stitch along with my Ursula Hag or Harlot piece. The drop is tomorrow for that one. I've got the Peppermint Purple that drops every Wednesday now. So I've got the square outline. I've done the outline in a hash. It's in Holbein. So the running stitch. So I need to fill in the Holbein, and I need to fill in the inside squares and just kind of build it from here. And then in each corner here, there's a pattern that Claire has designed. So it's going to be fantastic. It's a little bit off center. I didn't really do it for center. I did it for kind of like a 3-inch border and went a little bit wide on one side than the other, and it's like, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, so there's that. The Forbidden Fibre wool project, I will finish my rib on the mixed tape cowl as well. There was the site that I shared on my Facebook page for stitch alongs. There was a couple there that I really liked, but I haven't jumped into yet. I think I've probably got enough between videoing and editing and getting back to work and the projects that I have. I need to, you know, have the occasional free night or night that I could double up and do something that's, you know, long in the tooth, like Harry Potter, which is last year's project now, or 2020's project, that kind of thing. So I'll see how I go with those. I'm not buying any more resin boxes from Sophie and Toffee, but there will be other things coming through the mill from there, you know, from, you know, creating and that kind of thing. So we'll see where we go with that too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was 2020. Hopefully 2021 is going to be better. Getting back to work is the next big goal. That doesn't happen, not even considered, until February at this stage. So I've got January to do recovery, healing, fitness and everything else. So yeah, got a ways to go with that, and yeah, start getting more mobile and that kind of thing. So looking forward to that. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay well. I really hope the shit stops. In the next 12 months, I think we have had enough, but it could still keep going. I don't think we've seen the last of wherever it is going. We've got vaccines to get across the hurdle and travel to reinstate, and a world to see where it's gone from a pollution point of view, because we don't have as much air travel and we don't have maybe as much car travel. So has the pollution gone down and our pollution level is going to go back up? Is there something that we can actually do to help heal our land from that point of view? But if we can be there for each other's soul, I guess, is the main thing. Yeah. Be there for one another. I know I've had a crazy few days where people have been messaging me and I've just been able to just chat with them and be real with them, you know, and that's been a little bit freaky for me, but yeah, it's kind of touched one of those deeper places too, I suppose, in the spirit. So yeah, time to feed my kids. Tea. No, she's got a pouch. Do you want to come and say goodbye for the end of the year? Come here. No, you gotta climb. Good girl. You say bye-bye? Bye-bye. No, camera here. Say bye-bye. 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 Alright, take care everyone, and yes, I will see you tomorrow, and yeah, see what's in store for 2021. Bye!